We have guys who are going to lay it all on the line, no matter what. A lot of guys would rather go out on the stretcher. Seeing Jack come back like that, what happened to him? He came back and made a TFL right away, and you see that stuff, and you're like, dang, that guy's crazy. Yeah, all season we talk about feeding off each other's energy. If the D gets a stop, the offense is going to pound it in, and if the offense scores, we're going to stop them. It's a really good feeling to be able to come together as a team and feel that like we are a team, and just building that.
How did this team just get from 1-3 to what happened against Michigan to where you guys are now, playing your best ball of the year?
I think it's all about responding to adversity. I think we got a lot of guys that are mentally tough. And when we were down, we didn't really kick ourselves. We're like, okay, we're better than this. We need to do better, and we responded well.
You guys have had a lot of people jump ship during that time. What's just been the response from the locker room of the guys who have stayed here, stayed committed to the program while dealing with a little extra chaos than you guys are normally accustomed to?
I mean, it is what it is. There's always adversity. Last year was a pandemic. This year we got some guys leaving. It's just about shutting that out and say like, okay, next man up. Who wants to play football? And we got a lot of guys who love football here.
You said what happened to Jack happened to him. Can you tell us exactly what happened to him? We couldn't see. He's gonna come in and talk.
All right. I mean, I don't know if I'm supposed to be talking about it, but he messed up his finger pretty bad. I'll just say it was pretty bad. I'm gonna leave it at that. And he got it figured out. And it's one of those things that he's going to tell his grandchildren what happened. And I'm going to tell my grandchildren, like, this dude really came back from that, and he got a TFL right as he came back in. He was making plays all over the place. He's a special guy.
I was going to say, because he popped in on that play. Did you see him coming in? Did he say anything when he first popped in? What did you guys say?
I was just like, welcome back, man. Let's get this. That's all.
You see the nickname He Who? Where does that come from?
Nickname.
It's
a motto. It's a way of life. It came from old running back coach Seth. He always used it when talking about tight hands. He who uses tight hands wins the battle. I just used it as something fun to say, like because I'm not a guy who's like very good at like an intelligent message to the team. So I just like screaming stuff, and I use that. It was really cool because he was talking all week about like, oh, you took the lead from me in sacks. I got to get you back. I'm like, all right, go improve it. And he went and proved it. And that just shows how mentally tough and how determined he is just by being able to do that.
You got 4 wins in a row now. Everyone's talking about you guys being in good shape for the division. Do you have to tell yourself slow down a lot of time about a lot of games left?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think any of us get ahead of ourselves. We're always thinking one game at a time, and that's what we did this week. We're like, all right, this is the Big Ten championship. I tell myself like every single game, that's the Big Ten championship. This is the Big Ten championship. This next week is the Big Ten championship, and we gotta have that mindset.
Can you just describe the zone you guys were in, especially in the first half? Their first 6 drives, they don't get a first down. They've got -1 yards, and it looks like you guys are just teeing off. You guys are even getting to them only rushing 3.
You're saying I can describe it? Like,
yeah, what's it feel like out there when something like that's going on?
We pride ourselves in, being a good defense, because, Wisconsin always, we pride ourselves, we want to be a good defense, we want to be a physical defense, shutting down, last week, 2 weeks ago, was the number 2 team in the country. It's definitely something to take pride in.
Obviously, there's more time to play, but what does that just do to an offense, you think? When they can't even move the ball a yard, and even though they got things going in the second half, what do you think that does to a psyche of an offense?
It's always tough when you're like the offense isn't playing well. We hope they get frustrated. We hope we throw them off their game. We hope they say, dang, like we can't move against these guys. And it's a mental game just as much as physical.
Jack, I think we all had 8 tackles for loss. I think the team's 10. I think not how many extra sacks, but just what do you feel the impact of what you have on your team? And I know there's other ones too, but just really feel the impact of linebackers from outside the defense.
We're just trying to be a part of a great tradition of great linebackers, and we want to make as many plays as we can. We got a lot of hungry dogs at linebacker. Bergs and Herbie, they showed it. We can be the best corps in the country if we just trust the coaches, trust the scheme, and play to the best of our abilities. And those guys went off.